welcome along. This is Italy taking on Spain here in the European Championships Group B in the IPSA GoalBall out here in Matosinhos, Porto, Portugal. Now, as it stands, Finland, Ukraine, Greece and Hungary are the top 4 teams, and those will be the top 4 teams come the end of the group stages, and we'll be heading through into the semi-finals to battle out for those bronze, silver and gold medals, which means Portugal, Spain and Italy will all be out. At the moment, Portugal and Spain on 3 points, Italy on 0 in their first ever international tournament. Italy about to play right now. They played on the opening night and drew, well, sorry, shall I say lost, unfortunately, to Portugal. They were drawing at certain stages during the game, but unfortunately for them, did not come out victors, and they haven't come out victors in any of the 5 games they've played so far. This, though, is definitely their best opportunity, their first ever tournament, to come out on top and win a game. Yeah, lovely stuff. I'm currently on mute. So, welcome along to Italy versus Spain, kicking off in around 45 seconds time. Well, we're about to get kicked off and underway now. 12-minute halves, of course. Italy taking on Spain. Italy bottom of the group at the moment on 0 points, but I will be hopeful that they can try and get a win before this championship ends, this being their last official game of the groups. So they will, of course, have a couple of games tomorrow. Looks as if Spain will be getting us off and underway. Water going towards that bottom corner and well smothered by Pizzotto for Italy. She scored their first ever goal at an international level against Portugal on the opening night on Monday. Sonia Lopez of Madrid currently That's the ball in her hands, and she's bowling that out, and it's saved by Pizzota once again. Pizzota can understand what she's trying to do with those diagonal efforts, going from one side of the pitch to the other. But well saved by the Spanish defence, and there, sliding in with her left foot, was the number 4, Ciala Saika, who gets that ball smothered up very nicely. Italians wearing their change strip, fluorescent, that's a yellow, fluorescent yellow jerseys. And that's a nice effort, and a nicely tipped around the post save there by Pizzota. It's all at the moment, the action happening on that far side of the field. That time goes down centrally. Easy enough for Belen Martel of Canalias Cludon. That's a well struck effort, and well smothered actually as well with the chest of Magdalena Hofer. She just got enough on that. There is Magdalena Hofer, the 22-year-old, goes for a diagonal effort and saved well by the centre player there, Belen Martel. She's now played out towards the right, Sonia Lopez, who goes for a very well struck effort and just about tips. I'm fairly sure I heard the fingertips of Camilla Pizzota just get her hand onto that to tip it around that far post. Keep the score at 0-0 with a minute and a half gone. Struck there by Ciala Saika. Will it creep in? No, it won't. Well saved by Martel. It's been a strong start here by Italy. And while both of these sides are out, both of them will not be wanting to finish bottom. And an Italy win here would definitely do that for them. Ball does go out off the sliding challenge there of Martel. So it will be an Italian ball. So play has just been stopped there due to overhead noise, which I do believe is actually from the nearby airport. How many sports are there that would be stopping due to airplane traffic? Well, it's a Spanish ball now. Sonia Lopez going for a nice effort towards the far corner there. Well saved by Saika, who goes for an instant shot again. She's been doing that all week. Every time the ball comes in and she manages to get it, she'll instantly get up and go for those instant replies. That's a bouncing effort, and again, smothered by the centre. This time, Saika taking a little bit more time. Trying to bounce an effort herself down the centre, which is always a little bit easier for the teams, unless it's going to be deflected for them to save. Pizzota, out possession. Bit of a weak effort towards the far post, and could have creeped in, to be fair. Accuracy is what the game's about. The referee's asking for quiet. 9 minutes to go of this first half, and nearly sneaking in there. Cheeky effort from Sara Alvarez of Tetuan. She's been training as a Spaniard since the age of 15. She's from Icha Ropina in Spain. Here representing her national team. It's her teammate there, they're there with a shot. Sonia Lopez this time. Still a 0-0 of a score. Is that going to sneak in? Yes, it will. Nice effort there from Sara Alvarez to put the Spaniards in front. A bobbling effort towards the bottom corner on this near side. Just bounced over the outstretched number 5 of Magdalena Hofer. And in it went to make it Italy 0, Spain 1. Looking for an instant response there, and kicked away well by the number 7, Milan Martel. Fortunately, the ball does go out. Sarah Alvarez looks very comfortable at the moment on the ball. Well, here's Sonia Lopez looking to double the lead, and Pizzotto stops her from doing so. For the Italians, they have an instant shot back, and once again it goes to that far side, to Sonia Lopez of Madrid. That's a well-struck effort, and well tipped away by Pizzotto. Yalasaka going for that diagonal effort, well tipped away with the outstretched arm there of Saula Alvarez, who has scored the only goal of this game so far. Bowling effort again, and just about saved actually with the shoulder of Magdalena Hoffer. So the score remains 1-0. Referee just calling a stoppage there. Wants to check the eyewear of Magdalena Hoffer, as that was saved more or less with a shoulder, but it could have impacted the mask. That's what he was just checking. Referee's happy with her eye shade and her eye patches underneath, so Italy can get us back underway. Well, there's absolute silence on court at the moment, as one of the referees is just checking one of the Spanish players' eye shade. I believe that was number 7, Belen Martel, just getting checked out. Now both checks are over both teams. Yalasaki can step up. She goes for a sweeping 180 effort, but saved by the centre. Out to that right wing then. Again, it's a well-struck effort again, but again saved by Pizzotto, who then just returns the favour. It's not as well struck. It is saved still by Martel. Alvarez on the ball again. She goes for a bouncing effort, and Hoffo uses a quite tall frame, 6 feet tall, just to smother that up. And her shot, while it did have power, lacked the precision. And it goes Spanish ball. Shot now towards again Alvarez, back to Hoffer. We're seeing a lot of similar shots in this game, going towards similar corners, instead of really going for those creative diagonals. Seems to be the wingers going towards their own side, and the centres are going down the centre. And there we've just seen a bit of a change up as well. Number 8 Lopez coming over to this near side, trying to trick out the opposition. So here is Pizzotto looking for that equaliser, going for a diagonal shot, smothered by Alvarez. Touches the backboard. Should go again. That one's a bouncing effort, and it is deflected in, and it is 2-0 to España. The moment that left Alvarez's hand, you knew it was going to cause trouble for the Italians, as they call a timeout with the score at 2-0. With 6 minutes gone here of the first half. But Alvarez's shot there just bouncing towards goal. And it caused Hoffer all sorts of problems, and does indeed make it Italy 0, Spain 2. Alvarez with both goals thus far for the Spaniards. As it stands, Spain will go above Portugal and into 5th place. This is Spain's last game, as well as Italy's. No one can break into that top 4, but it's all about as high up as you can possibly finish in the group stages. Looking for an instant response after that time out there by Italy. Again, saved well by the feet of Belen Martel. Saka going for the effort and sneaking it in. Nicely done by Siala Saka to make it Italy 1, Spain 2. And that is the reaction that the Italians needed. Alvarez, no shot there. Just bouncing up. There's been a tactical switch here for Italy, actually, with Magdalena Hoffa now going from the left to that far side. Pizzotto coming across to this near side wing. So this will be a Spanish ball. From that far side, it is Sonia Lopez and Madrid. Goes straight out of play. Ball to Italy. For a spin and roll there, Siala Saka, and that's a really nice save actually, and well held by Belen Martel. Saka again, just stopping that with her feet. So the referee just stopping play again, just for a bit of overhand noise. It is Magdalena Hoffa trying to sneak that in, but she won't be catching Sonia Lopez off guard like that. Sonia Lopez will try and essentially return the favour, but a combination of both legs of Hoffa and Siala Saka stop her from doing that. And then again, it's straight back down Lopez's side. And a timeout is called. 4:46 left on the clock of this first half. 1-2 the score, Spain's favour. Reminder of their kit colours actually. Italy wearing their chain strip, usually wearing blue, now wearing their fluorescent yellow kits. And Spain wearing their red trim on the front with navy on the back with white lettering. As Italy have black lettering on their shirts. Well, that is the timeout done. The team benches go back to where they were seated. And we're ready to get off underway again. And it's a quick shot this time from Alvarez, trying to sneak that in. Pizzotto hearing the bounce and making sure she doesn't bounce over it, essentially. She tries to sneak it in, nearly so. It does, unfortunately, just go out of play. High ball called there. Penalty to Italy. Alvarez going for the high ball. So she has to face an entire goal on her own up against one of the Italian players. This time it will be Siala Saka. Very good opportunity to level things up. And Saka going towards the far post and misses the penalty. Big opportunity miss there for Italy. And Alvarez can more or less say has got away with that high ball from the penalty. Magdalena Hoffa trying to equalise now, and combination of the two on that far side, the centre and the wing, making sure that it stays 2-1. Down the centre it goes again. Saka gets it and she'll go for an instant response with the spin and gets it in. Redemption from that penalty to make it 2-2. Ciala Saka with her second. A brilliant spin and roll there to make it 2-2. Alvarez going for a bouncing effort. Saka there again. She's been the player of the match so far. Smothered absolutely everything that's come her way. Once again, doing that in nearly all three players going over there that time to try and stop that opportunity from arising. Well heard there by Mattel. She dove one way but knew to stop it with her legs. Can Pizzotta do the same if she can, smothering it with her midriff. And going for the shot back. It's a bit of a weak effort. It had the accuracy, but Alvarez in position to stop it. Alvarez going again. Straight back at Pizzotta. Touches the crossbar and goes for that shot back, trying to creep it in, and she has done via the deflected leg of Belen Martel, the centre, who came across for it. Looked as though she had it covered, but it hit her leg, and Pizzotta has put Italy 3-2 in front from being 2-0 down. And out of nowhere, it's 4-2. The Spanish coach is absolutely furious. It seemed as if play could have been stopped there due to the two Italian players falling over one another. But they just got up, got on with it, and put it into the back of the net to make it 4-2. And this has been an almighty collapse from the Spanish Armada against the Italian wall here. They've got an awful lot of work to do in this second half, with Italy leading by 4-2. But a brilliant comeback. Ball goes on a play, Spanish ball. 2:28 to go in this first half. Effort towards the far side, well covered there by the centre and the left wing. Well, that tactical change from Italy when they were 2-0 down. Magdalena Hoffa was getting all sorts of issues down this near side. A very clever tactical change allowed that to change. And once again, a high ball has been called against Spain, and a chance now for Italy to extend their lead by 3 would be remarkable. So Magdalena Hoffa going for it, trying to sneak it in, and that's a brilliant save by the number 8, Sonia Lopez. It's one thing missing a penalty, it's another one to completely and utterly save one. Whole goal at your mercy, whole goal to cover. And with the lids, Sonia Lopez did the job there to keep her side into it. And will that sneak in? No, it will not. The referee says no. Pizzotta gets away with it. This game has had everything for the first game of the day, and for a game at bottom against 6th. This has been a thrilling encounter. Well, Saka stopping that one, keeping it out 4-2. Missed penalties for Italy so far. They're still looking for more though before the end of this first half. Oh, Pizzotta had the ball on a plate. She goes for an accurate effort towards the far post, but clipped away with the heels there of Lopez at the far post. That's a very strong effort, but Magdalena Hoffer hearing it all the way and using her tall frame to get there. That's Yalasaki, that's well saved. Tipped away. Looking to try and get something back at the break, and that was an unconventional save by Pizzotta, getting up to her feet there. Essentially just running into the ball, but it did the job and it saved it. Striking in again towards Pizzotta's side, well smothered with her chest. 40 seconds to go of this first half. What a first half it has been. 2 goals from Alvarez had originally put Spain in front before a double equaliser from Sialasaka and a double goal from Pizzotta put the Italians 4-2 in front, and it should have and could have been more with 2 missed penalties. Well, 1 missed and 1 actually saved. Just incredibly rare in this sport from Sonia Lopez. Alvarez trying to get one back before the break. 10 seconds to go. It is still 4-2 to Italy. Stop with the legs. They'll have to be quick here. They won't have time for having a shot, and that is the half-time whistle, or the half-time klaxon. The score is Italy 4, Spain 2. A fascinating game so far. And, well, I think Italy are very valued, should I say, for their lead. Spanish coach, very, very annoyed with what she's seen so far. Whether that's with the officials or with her team, it's to be seen. But a bit of patchwork being done at half-time. Substitutions will be prepared. We've got another 2.5 minutes to go until the resumption of this game. Well, no changes at the break for Italy, but there has been a change at the break for Spain. Coming on to the field is number 3, Carmen Benitez of Canalias Cludon, 33-year-old, born in Madrid. She has replaced the number 7, Belén Martel, her teammate actually at Canalias Cludon. That's the only change. she's gone straight into the centre, exactly where Martel was playing. So confirmation there from the referee of those half-time changes. Just asking for quiet as we have had half-time. What looks to be a group of students coming, about 30 of them to our right. Well, Siala Saika looking to immediately get the half-time substitute involved. She does that indeed with Carmen Benitez. Ball goes out of play. And it will be an Italian ball. Not the instant impact that they would have wanted from Carmen Benitez. She has got the experience in the squad compared to others. So it's a shot there being smothered by Alvarez, who has got those 2 goals so far for Spain. She's looking to try and get a third there, up against Pizzota again, unfazed. Steps up to the plate again. Well saved with the kneecaps this time of Benitez. That's a very well struck effort by Siala Saika, saved by her. Brilliantly struck effort there by Alvarez. And there's a little bit of commotion, but the score does remain at 4-2. After that penalty, it has snuck in. Siala Saika gets her third and puts Italy in a 3-goal advantage. 5-2 against Spain, and as it stands, Italy will be moving off the bottom of the table. Well, anything that Spain are throwing at Italy, they just cannot get by them at the moment. The Italians have the tails up and are feeling confident, but with goals like that fortuitously fall in due to defensive errors, that will give Spain all the hope in the world of mounting a remarkable comeback here in Matosinhos. Pizzota, her shot goes immediately out of play. And as Amanda Dennis, who has been leading the commentary throughout this week due to my absence, has been mentioning numerous times on the commentary in GoalBall, it's so important that when you get a goal, you do not concede instantly, because the confidence and the momentum of the game just completely switches. Just like that, Spain scored only a few seconds ago, and Siala Saika has already given the 3-goal lead back in Italy's direction with a sublime finish into the bottom corner on this near side. Again, just a momentary pause in play due to overhead traffic. I still can't believe that. Well, here is Alvarez coming up from the left towards the centre and playing it out towards the left again on this near side, but Pizzota equal to it. Here is Siala Saika, the hat-trick hero at the moment. Nearly bounces over the substitute, Carmen Benitez. No moment the Spanish coach has her head in her hands. Really doesn't know what to do for her team. As with 10 minutes to go, they do find themselves in a losing position. the goal difference is quite substantial. So Italy would still finish bottom of the group. But what a win would mean to the Italians, their first ever international tournament, made their debuts on Monday. The men's team had played before, made their debuts in the 1984 Paralympics in New York. However, the women's team only formed this year, never played an international game before this week. And to say that you've won an international game inside your first 6 games would be some achievement. It's certainly the aim for Italy, as quite funnily enough, Sarah Saika's trainer has come off due to the ferocity of that shot. She was genuinely come off. I've never actually witnessed that in GoalBall before. I've seen eye shades being knocked off, but never a shoe. Well, she's already back up to her feet, giving the ball to Pizzota with both shoes on. But unfortunately, Pizzota's shot just going wide. Spain look very hurried at the moment, and Alvarez scampering across that far side. That's a lovely struck effort. The referee calling a foul there against Alvarez. Yes, it was struck with some power, but wasn't to the referee's liking. So another penalty, Siala Saika. And again, it's 4 penalties in this game for Italy. 3 of them missed. Definitely something that Italy need to work on a little bit more. Because if they'd scored all 4 penalties, instead of just the one, they'd be in a 6-goal cushion here. Feeling very good and confident about potentially winning this game. As it stands though, still 6-3. And Siara Saika just absolutely rampant every time the ball comes her way down the centre. Smothers it, gets up to her feet and shoots. That's a striker's instinct if I've ever seen one. Well, the ball does go out. Magdalena Ho for shooting. Back it goes, but again, just goes out of play. Saka coming across this near side, trying for a clever shot, well saved down the middle. Now substitutions, and once again, it's pretty much the same substitution happened at the half-time whistle, but in reverse this time. Coming off is Carmen Benitez, and she has been replaced by the number 7 Belen Martel, so a reverse of the change we saw at the break. The coach clearly not happy with the initial impact that substitution made. The referee though just checking that the number 7 Belen Martel of Canaleas Cludan is indeed okay to go on, and she has got her eye patches and eye shades on properly. Well, Martel going back to her position in the centre. Alvarez going for that bouncing effort towards the pocket between Pizzota and Siala Saka, but well watched by both of them. Spain already back in possession. It's a poor shot this time. It goes wide. Instant response there by Alvarez, and really, really well saved by Saika. How on earth she managed to get across there to fingertip that post? The post, I do not know. And because of that save, Pizzotto managed to have a shot and make it 7-3 to Italy. 4-goal advantage now. And Italy is 7.5 minutes away from getting their first ever international win. What will be a remarkable achievement. Spain coming into this tournament. I'm speaking to Kiminala and Amanda Dennis, two of our experts, pundits and co-commentators for this tournament. Both of them said that they expected Spain to at least push for the top 4. And here they are, potentially about to finish joint bottom of the group. Oh, Pizzotto shooting again. Smothered by Alvarez. Looking for an instant response, and no, it just will not fall, fortuitously enough, for the Spanish. But that time it will. Sending the Italian winger on that far side, Hoffer, the wrong way to make it 7-4. Well struck, accurate enough, good power. That's how you manage to get a goal back when defeat is staring down the barrel. Now, 7-4 the score, 3 goals in it to make it a draw. Can Spain surmount a remarkable comeback here? Pizzotto's shot straight out of play. Back to Spain. This is where they want the ball. Just over 6.5 minutes to go on the clock. Here she goes again on that far side, Sonia Lopez, but putting the ball out of play. Well, Pizzotto sneaks through the legs there, actually, of Martel, but can't sneak past Alvarez. Out it goes. Italian ball. There's an Italian coach just next to me, issuing instructions out, telling his team just to calm down a little bit. It's a missed ball there by Alvarez, and she just absolutely chucks that out of play with the 10-second timer going down. But the timeout was up on that 10 seconds. Of course, every player has 10 seconds to have the ball, so it's again another penalty. Alvarez against Ciala Saika. Saika again, and once again has missed the target. It is quite remarkable to miss this many penalties in GoalBall. That's 5 penalties now, Italy have, and they've only scored 1. They could have been in an unsurmountable lead so far. In fact, they could have been in touch and distance of the mercy rule. But Ciala Saika, well, she has been wonderful with her defensive play and even with her shooting during the game in open play. From those penalty situations, she just has not been able to convert. Lena Hoffer straight into the midriff there of number 7. Spanish ball. Alvarez in possession. For another strong effort. Well blocked by Pizzotto. Back up to her feet. She goes for a rather tame effort, but always looking likely of sneaking in. But well blocked with the legs there of Alvarez. And then once again with the knees of Pizzotto into an action just between those two on this near side. Once again, Pizzotto striking it just about blocked with the centre's legs. Back up again for Alvarez. Very quick play here in this game. Back to Saika. She goes for a bobbling effort. Blocked with the kneecaps of Martel. And out it goes for a Spanish ball. 5 minutes to go. Osaka not going for her trademark instant reply. This time going back towards her goal and then striking it, trying to sneak it in. Alvarez blocking it. And a timeout has been called. Interesting time to call a timeout there with just over 5 minutes to go. I feel like the Italians were sensing that the Spanish were slowly getting back into this game. Slowly creeping back in. Spain, of course, won this exact competition, Group B, in Turkey in 2010. So they've got the experience, or the mix of experience and youth in this team. Always fancying their chances to come back out on top in this game, despite the 3-goal deficit at the moment. Well, the little horn goes. We're back underway, and can Spain get a goal immediately after that timeout, or have Italy played it right? No substitutions, and now a substitution will take place. Alvarez being replaced by Malia Merino. I feel like that change was a long time coming while Alvarez was doing the job going forward. She did concede a lot of the penalties, and her defensive work wasn't quite as good as we know it can be. So she'll be disappointed with her performance in this one, but Malia Merino, who played in this competition in 2018, so 4 years ago, made her debut in it. The Tetuan player returns, and she goes out on towards the left wing. High ball caught against Sonia Lopez. Another penalty this time has been called. Who will take it, Ciala Saika or Magdalena Hoffa? It will be Magdalena Hoffa, so a change of penalty taker. Will this be a change in fortunes? Goes down towards the centre, and it is. Finally, Italy score a penalty again. Their 6th penalty of the game, and only the 2nd one they've scored. Magdalena Hoffa, a 22-year-old, getting that in towards the back of the net to make it 8-4 in Italy's favour. Well, substitute coming on there. Juan Malia Merino. Saved by Pizzotto. Struck towards goal again, well blocked, back out again. Spanish have 4 minutes to find 4 goals. It's not unheard of, but that is a wonderful save by Pizzotto. She didn't really know too much about it, but that was struck with some venom into the bottom corner. Pizzotto swung out her legs and just tipped it behind for an Italian ball. Hofer trying to sneak that in towards the far post with a diagonal effort. This time going from shooter to defender. She'll shoot again now following that block, trying to sneak it in, and it's saved by the substitute, Malia Merino. She's definitely got the ability to get pace on the ball as Merino. We've already seen that since she's come on. However, the lack of accuracy is letting her down at the moment. Well saved, more or less with the face there actually of Ciala Saika. Pizzotto again, that's a bouncing effort. Can always catch you off guard, nearly sneaking through the legs there of the substitute Merino. She picks up the ball and goes for it. Well saved by Pizzotto, diving in from the left to her left. 3 minutes left on the clock. 8-4 the score. Saka and Pizzotta teaming up there to stop that from going in at one end and scoring at the other to make it 9-4 to Italy. Saka stopping it at one end, getting straight back up with a trademark shot and firing it in towards the centre of the goal. 9-4, Italy's favour. Well, timeout has been called. As a substitution will take place, the number 9 coming on for Spain, Rico coming on to the field. She will be replacing the number 8, Sonia Lopez, who has played the entirety of the game thus far, but she will not be playing the last 3 minutes of it, with Raquel Rico coming on, the number 9. Well, it's the number 1 at the moment, shooting, and nearly sneaking that in. Pizzotta scampering back to save. How that goes. Spanish ball. Going down towards the centre there, trying to catch Pizzotta out. She does. Very smartly done there by Spain. That's probably the goal of the game thus far from Maria Merlino. Really nicely done there by the substitute. 9-5 the score. Can be an instant response. No, it can't. Well smothered by that goal scorer, Merlino. Not over yet. Pizzotta just getting away with it there. She missed the ball, hits the post, bounces back out. Will be now a Spanish ball again. Well, Italy wanted to use this tournament to more or less advertise back home what goalball is about. Tall ball is a very similar sport that's quite popular back home in the Azure League. They were hoping that this tournament could show people back home what goalball is all about and try and encourage them to play in performances like this. Will definitely help them, but they have gone from a very comfortable lead of 9-4 down to 9-6 now. Another brilliant finish from Maria Merlino. And we could have a grandstand finale here with 2 minutes remaining. And that is the right time by the coach to call that timeout for Italy. 2 minutes and 1 second remaining on the clock. Spain need 3 goals to level it up and avoid finishing joint bottom of this European B group. We're back underway. Italian ball. Ciala Saka. This is where she needs to get the goal. She doesn't. Straight back into Spanish possession. We've not had a draw throughout this entire competition. Could this be the first time that we see one? Well, back straight to Spanish hands. Going for the effort straight into the midfield. Saka gets straight back up to her feet, trying to catch it off. Merlino, and that's a really wonderful save, tipping it behind the post and out of play. Oh, picked up there now by the number 9, Raquel Rico, trying to sneak it in past Arthur. Can't do so. Again, is that just behind? Yes, it is. Out wide again. 1 minute 22 remaining on the clock. 9-6 to Italy. Just under 90 seconds remaining for Italy to hold on for their first ever win. It hits the post. They're out of play. Very unfortunate there for Marino again. Saka, that's a very bouncing effort and nearly catching off guard. the Spanish defence. Marino down the middle, Saika equal to it. She'll go for another instant response. High ball called. Maybe that wasn't the right time to go for one of those instant efforts, and with less than a minute on the clock, it's a penalty to Spain. It's their first of the game. They've conceded many, many penalties themselves. And haven't had them chance personally to score a penalty. There goes Marino trying to suck it in. She does, but a high ball has been called from the penalty. So that will be a penalty to Italy. No chance of that. Penalty being called for a long ball. And then during the penalty being called for a high ball. Brilliant save from Maria Marino. Was sent the wrong way by that penalty from Siala Saika. But she stopped it with her feet to keep the score at 9-6 and give Spain a fighting chance of getting an equaliser. Magdalena Hofer striking it, saved by the centre. Timeout has been called, 42 seconds remaining on the clock. Timeout called. Another missed penalty by Siala Saika in this game for Italy. 7 penalties overall they've had. They've only scored 2. One by Magdalena Hofer, one by Saika herself. Spain have got it all to do in the final 42 seconds of this game. It would be something quite special if they managed to somehow get a comeback. But I'll be placing my bets in Italy's direction. Well, after that quite loud chorus of chants in there, we are back underway. Out of play, Italian ball. Back into Spain possession. They've got to get that goal now. Saika though getting there. Diving across. Referee is called another timeout there. Referee's timeout. Again, a very interesting time to call that. 26 seconds to go on the clock. Well, next up in the morning fixtures, we have Ukraine against Hungary, which will be an interesting battle. Hungary 4th, Ukraine 2nd. Well, Hungary can overtake Ukraine. It would take around 30 goals, which of course is impossible with the mercy rule existing. But that is coming up very shortly after this one. But all attention still on the deciding results here between Italy and Spain. Oh, is that an own goal? Yes, it is. It's an own goal by Spain. A calamity at the back. And Belen Martel putting it through the legs of substitute Raquel Rico to make it 10-6 to Italy. Marino trying to squeeze a goal back. She can't. Timeout has been called again. 6 seconds to go in this game. And a timeout has been called. Almost seems a little bit pointless. But who am I to say? Who am I to deny the referees and coaches their timeouts? I'm but a humble commentator here on Kuriakos TV. Well, this has been a wonderful game. It really has. And I do mean that. It's been a very enthralling fixture. 6 seconds remaining. Pretty much chance for Siala Saika to have a shot. And that'll be game. So it's now or never if Italy won their 11th of this fixture. She goes trying with that bobbling effort. Saved. And that is full time. And Italy win their first ever international game. 10 goals to 6 against Spain. It's a damaging defeat for Spain as they come into this tournament hopeful that they could potentially push for the top 4. And in the end, they've actually ended up finishing joint bottom of the table. Brilliant scenes there with the Italian players and coaches as they win their first ever international game as a women's team. Brilliant to see. And up next, we have Ukraine against Hungary. So don't go anywhere. That'll be coming up very shortly here on KuriakosTV.